Shalom everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Todd Kemp and I just want to go over a scripture from Leviticus, the Day of Atonement scripture that everyone uses to prove that a day begins in the evening and ends the next evening, and the Shabbat also. I'm going to use that very scripture to show you that a day begins in the morning. I'm going to use that scripture, and then I'm going to take this lesson forward with a few more scriptures. So let's go. Well, yeah, the Bible I'm using is called the Hallelujah Scriptures. Very good, well-interpreted Bible. One of my personal favorites. I can't get down with King James, too many mistranslations. I just can't do it. Can't do that camp thing. Okay, let's go. And we're going to start at Leviticus chapter 23, verse 27. On the 10th day of the 7th month is Yom HaKippurim, which is Day of Atonement. It shall be a Kodesh gathering for you, and you shall afflict your beings, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahuwah. Okay, now let's go over this one more time, just a piece of it. On the 10th day of the 7th month is Day of Atonement. The 10th day. Okay, let's drop down a little further. And you to do no work on that same day, for it is Day of Atonement, to make atonement for you before Yahuwah your Elohim. Okay. Verse 32. It is a Shabbat of rest, and you shall afflict your beings on the 9th day. The 9th day of the month. Okay, so the Day of Atonement started on the 9th day. The official date is the 10th. But the atonement started on the 9th day at evening. It went from evening of the 9th day to the evening on the 10th, the official Day of Atonement. Evening to evening. Evening on the 9th to evening on the 10th day. Evening on the 9th to evening on the 10th day. A day is not evening to evening. A Shabbat is not evening to evening. Only the Day of Atonement is evening to evening. It's right here. Let me go back. Let's do this one more time. On the 10th day of the 7th month is Yom HaKippurim, Day of Atonement. 10th day. That's the official Day of Atonement. It's official. It's right there. People, this ain't rocket science. Like, it's not. You got to stop listening to these people that's taking this scripture and twisting it to their advantage. You really got to. Like, and I'm going to go over other things besides this scripture right here, but we're going to stay right here for now. Okay, 10th day. 7th month, Day of Atonement. Okay, go back. We're going to start it on the 9th day. The 9th day. In the evening of the 9th day. Evening to evening. That evening is on the 10th day. A day is not evening to evening. One more time. A day is not evening to evening. A day does not start in the evening, nor does it start at night. A day starts when the sun comes up. And I'm going to get into that a little later on. People, I mean, it's right there. All you got to do is just read. Stop letting people interpret these scriptures for you. Read them for yourself. If you got to fast, do that. Meditate on them. You know, it took me a minute to get this. You get what I'm saying? I'm not speaking out of pride here. I was fooled. I had to read this thing maybe about 5 or 6 times. Then I'm like, hold on, I missed this. But it's not rocket science, like for real. This is not rocket science. Okay, let's continue. Another scripture I want to bring out is from the New Testament. Yeah, the New. We're going to go to Matthew 28, verse 1. Verse 1. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Verse 1. Okay, here we go. All right. This may go over some of you guys' heads because I'm reading from the Hallelujah Scriptures. Well interpreted by 28 verse 1. Cut this off. Now, after the Shabbat, towards the dawn, on one of the Shabbat. Okay? Now, let's go here because, no, let me finish this. Miriam from Magdala and the other Miriam came to see the tomb. All right. Now, after the Shabbat, towards the dawn, on one of the Shabbat. Okay, this right here is telling you the Shabbat ended at dawn and a new day starts at dawn. It's right there. I mean, this is in the Old Testament and it's in the New. Now, after the Shabbat, you know what? Let's go over here too, because a lot of you guys, like, it's this confusing to some of y'all. Not all you guys, but let's go here. All right. This is the King James. I hate this freaking Bible. At the end of the Shabbat, as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week. Okay, the Shabbat was ending, and it's dawning towards the first day of the week. Okay, dawn ends a day and it starts the next day. Came Mary Magdalene. Okay, Mary Magdalene. Miriam from Magdala. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. Tomb. Okay? People is right there. Okay? Let's go to Mark 16:12. Let's do that. My apologies. Mark 16 verse 1 through 2. Not 16:12. Verse 1 through 2. Okay. Let's see here. 16. I think it's verse 1. Yeah, it is. It's verse 1 through 2. And when the Shabbat had passed, Miriam from Magdala and Miriam of Jacob and Shaloma bought spices to go and anoint him when the Shabbat had passed. Now, check this out. Okay, I'm getting a call here. Let's decline this. Trying to finish this lesson. Okay, key words here. When the Shabbat had passed, people, when the Shabbat had passed. Okay? Second verse. And very early morning. And very early morning. On one of the Shabbaths, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen. Okay? Early morning, sun had risen. Early morning, sun had risen when the Shabbat was passed. Okay. All right. Let's go to the King James. And when the Shabbat was passed, Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, and Salome had bought sweet spices, and they might come and anoint him. And very early in the morning, the first day of the week, they came unto the tomb sepulchre at the rising of the sun. I mean, it gets no clearer than that, okay? Like, I'm not twisting scriptures here. I'm not doing that camp thing. I mean, it's saying it right here. I'm not going to bring a witness to witness this because it don't need a witness. I mean, it is what it is. This needs no spinning. Mark 16, 1 through 2 needs no spinning. Matthew 28, 1 needs no spinning. Okay? Leviticus 23 doesn't need to be spun. All right? One last scripture, people. One last scripture. I don't like to take these, well, anything I do, I don't like to take long with it. I like to just get in there, say what I got to say, and be done with it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not spinning anything. I'm just going from scripture to scripture. So I think the next one may be John 11, 9. I think. Let's see there. John 11, 9. Let's see here. Where we at? Okay. John 11, 9. Yahushua, the one you guys call Christ, I'm going to say that again. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? What? Okay, even in the evening is 24 freaking hours, people. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble, because he sees the light of this world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light is not in him. One more time, I'm going to go over this, and I'm going to conclude this. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? Morning to evening is 12 hours, people. Evening to morning is 12 hours. Okay. Day is light. Sun rises at day. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble, because he sees the light of the world. But if anyone walks at night, he stumbles, because the light is not in him. All right, people, I'm going to conclude this. Please wake up. I mean, like, the stuff is here. Don't let nobody twist these scriptures on you. Okay, once we get the basics down, we can go from there. If you don't know when the Shabbat starts or a day starts, you're going to err in all your ways. And on that note, I'm going to say shalom, everyone. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I try not to take these things too long, so I can just get to the point, get in and get out. On that note, shalom, peace.